Hi guys, I'm not used to doing these kind of podcasts, but I have a special guest today, which is Fabiana Koch, and she is the wife of my friend Mauro, who sailed with me from Salvador to Trinidad. But what is special about her is that she is a professional life coach and that she wrote a book. So Fabiana, first of all, thank you very much for coming here and talking about your book. I have a number of questions, but I can't remember all these questions, so I wrote them down and I will read them to you. And so I know you will have all these answers. So one of the first, maybe you can explain a bit, because you are actually a famous life coach in Brazil. You were on television, you had your radio show, you had a column in the newspaper. So you're a real professional, yeah? Do you want to talk? Do you want to say something about this?
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for having me here. It is a pleasure for me. And also, when you say I am a successful coach in Brazil, wow, this is too much for me. I think I was just doing my job and letting people know about what my job is about. Because in 2009, when I started with this coaching business in Brazil, coaching was something really new there. So people didn't know about that. That's why I went to TV and radio, and also I wrote in the newspaper, because I wanted people to know what my job was about and how much coaching could help them overcome their obstacles in life. This was the reason why I made use of such medias, to promote my job.
Yeah, okay, great. So you wrote this book, A Light for Life, which is, I think, to inspire people and exchange life lessons.
Yes.
I think that is the purpose. So, but what inspired you to write this book?
Well, it was always a dream. Since I was a child at school, I always liked the Portuguese classes in which we had essays to do. So I always liked to write. I remember I still have a notebook with many essays from that I had to deliver to my teacher. And well, writing was always a passion for me. And I don't know if in English you also say that, but you can only feel successful or fulfilled in life if you plant a tree, if you have a son, and if you write a book. Right. So writing a book was missing in my in the three of them.
Yeah.
And this opportunity happened to me. The universe brought it to me, and I decided to grab it with the support of my husband. Yeah. And writing in English was really a challenge for me because, as you mentioned, I'm Brazilian, so Portuguese is my first language. Yes. But I decided, as a coach, I also have a kind of it's not a motto statement, but do what is more difficult first. Yeah. If you do the most difficult stuff first, then everything is going to be easier during the journey, Yes. And that's why I decided to take this. But it's true that it took me longer than I expected.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I started writing it in 18, and it was only released this year. So imagine, almost 6 years writing,
Wow.
But finally, it is launched.
It is there. And what is the main message in your book? What is the message you want to bring to people?
Yes, I would like people to see themselves throughout the stories that I mentioned, because there are 15 chapters in the book. Yeah. And in each chapter, some of the stories are mine, my real life. And I also selected some stories of clients of mine. I kept their identities, yes, but many people, there is a time in life in which you feel hopeless, or you feel there's no solution for the problems that you are facing, or sometimes you feel that God doesn't exist. And I mentioned that there are lots of miracles that happen into your life, my life, but sometimes it's a matter of believing it and also paying attention to the signs
Yes.
that the universe brings to you.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
You know, so I believe the book it's this. It's to help people gain a little bit of hope and motivation to live life in the most joyful way.
Okay, that's wonderful. Then I'm just looking at my little paper here. Is there a particular chapter or story in your book that feels special to you?
Oh yeah. Oh, that is difficult because it was so difficult to pick the stories.
Yes.
You know, I didn't know which ones to take because throughout these 15 years of coaching, I've met many people and interesting stories, but there is one story in the book in which it's always the first one who comes to my mind. It was the story of Mr. Silva. He was a client of mine in his 60s, and his coaching, he was a businessman. And so the first step was to develop leadership skills in him. But you know, we stayed together. He was coming to my office for so long. I think for more than 2 years. We were together in this partnership. And there was a moment in life in which I was teaching him mindful skills, how he could make his life more mindful. And he told me once that he was trying to apply what I taught him during the coaching session. And he told me that it was the first time that he was in his beach house and he was sitting, looking at the ocean, taking some beer, and it was the first time that he could feel the wind on his face, and the first time that he was really enjoying that beer, you know, in a mindful way.
Wow.
So it was so special because imagine, he's an experienced man, a very successful one in his job, but he was almost getting a burnout.
Wow.
And it was in a moment in life in which he was thinking in everything that he has done and if it was meaningful. And so this simple thing had such a special meaning for him that was more important than anything else that he has already gained in life.
That's wonderful. Huh? And so, who did you write this book for? Do you know this? Or what kind of reader do you expect to get something out of your book?
Well, if I check my followers in Instagram or in YouTube, we have an idea that there are much more women as followers. But this happens to many, I think to the majority of the accounts in Facebook, in Instagram and Facebook. But there's no it's
specific,
not for no specific target.
Yeah.
No. I think it's for the ones who want to gain faith again, want to feel reassured for living a better life, to have more quality in living, because living is a miracle itself. Yes, and sometimes we let that this stressful life took a special role in our life, and we forget what really living is. So I think it's for the people who are looking for. It's not a guideline, but there are some exercises in the book.
Yes, I saw that.
In each chapter, people are invited to reflect and to answer some questions. So I believe this can become a very useful, maybe, tool for people to live a better life.
So for people who are ready for this experience.
Looking for that.
Looking for that. Okay. Then maybe a little bit on the coaching journey itself. I have, how has your experience as a life coach shaped the way you approached writing this book?
Oh my God. I think it has a lot to do with, I think it...
So it came from the coaching?
Yes. So, because as a coach, I always tell my clients that anytime a new person comes to me into my life to be coached by me, I take this as a present of God, because it's really an opportunity to be part of somebody else's life.
Okay.
So during at least 5 months,
Yeah.
because this is the duration of the process, it's a process, I call it process,
Yes.
process of
Yes.
coaching,
Yes.
I will be part of this person's life. So it's a present that I have to be part.
Oh, right.
And I always tell my clients that I also feel very blessed because of the trust the client puts on my job.
Yeah.
You know, because if the client doesn't trust me, nothing happens.
Exactly.
And so there were so many interesting people and overcoming stories that I told myself, no, I need to share this with more people. You know, I cannot let all these stories only with me.
Yes.
I need to share. I
Yes.
think the whole world needs to know that it's possible. And as I told in previously,
Yeah.
I believe that we identify ourselves with other people. And sometimes I feel so hopeless. But when I read that somebody else also faced the same problem that I'm facing right now,
Yeah.
I feel more, how can I say, I rely, I understand that it's possible to overcome. And maybe that the problem is not that big if somebody else has already overcame it.
Yes. Yes.
So I can also do it.
Right. I think with that you almost answered my next question, which was, what did you learn from your clients? But you kind of answered that.
Every story is a
Yeah.
story, and
There's something you learned from your clients, huh?
yes, that
Yeah.
everything is possible and that miracles happen, because sometimes you are in the middle of the nightmare or the you know, the difficult situation, and suddenly something happens, a new element comes into your life, or really God talks to you. So, somebody sent by God comes into your life, and everything changes.
Wow. And did the writing of this book changed you as a life coach?
Well, that's a good question. I've never thought about it. Well, I don't know if it changed me, but it made me feel, I think, two things. I'm feeling for sure fulfilled because it's my first book.
Yes.
We had 2 other previous jobs regarding writing, but they were not books. But I also felt relieved because I think I put a lot of, not stress, but effort. You know, as I told you, writing in English, somebody asked me, oh, did ChatGPT wrote the book for you? I said, no, not at all. No, it was, I wrote it. Yes, for sure there was the editor revision of the job, but no, but it was my words. And you know, in Brazil I used to take some English lessons, and then some chapters my teacher there, he knows what I wrote.
But you also I read about this, you led an English school in Brazil, huh?
Oh yes, this was before being a coach.
Before being a coach.
Before being a coach, I was a coordinator in a language school.
Yes, because I read about it in your book. So maybe this is one of my last questions. No, I have another question before, but what's one powerful tool or exercise that you can, from your book, that people can use?
Wow. Well, there are many tools that I learned there, many lessons, yes. Some were not, they were not invented or created by me, but because I studied.
That is the purpose of your book.
Yes, the purpose, yes. So I think if you have to really feel happy in life, you have to have dreams.
Yeah.
If there's no dream, no goal to be reached, you will feel frustrated, you will, maybe you can even get into depression.
Yes.
Because I think independently on the age you are in, we need to have goals. And they don't need to be, wow, those very big goals in which you have to almost die to accomplish. No, it's not that. But you need to feel, you can only feel fulfilled if you have new steps to reach.
Okay.
So what are the steps? What is your goal for today?
Yes.
What is your goal? I always ask my clients, where do you want to be next Christmas? You know, because there are people, they always do the same.
Yeah.
They never think about that. They are free to go wherever they want.
Yeah.
They are free to be with whoever they want. But sometimes people tend to repeat some patterns and they never do different things.
So they have to come out of their comfort zone.
Yes,
Is that what you...
yes, totally.
Yeah.
And I always say, for you to live an exceptional life, you have to have butterflies in your stomach.
Yeah.
You know,
I can understand this. Yeah.
otherwise life is going to be too monotonous, too tedious.
Exactly, exactly. So I think I come to a conclusion somehow. How can the readers apply the lessons from your book in an everyday life?
Wow.
How can they apply this? But I think you almost answered this before.
Yes, I think it's the dreams, yes, to have goals.
Yeah.
But before having dreams, I think if you want a new goal in your life, you have to be grateful in the present moment.
Okay.
You have to be grateful for everything that you already reached,
Yes.
everything that you already have in your life, because this is a way the universe understands how grateful you are for the life you are living already.
Yes.
So the universe is going to be, how can I say, really kind to you and will gain even more things. The more grateful you are, the more you receive from the universe.
Yes, correct. Well, Fabiana, I thank you so much for this interview. And where can people find your book?
Well,
I will put the description in the link below where they can find it, but maybe you have other ways
the
of...
simpler way is going to Amazon, yes. In Amazon, I Light for Your Life is there, but also in the Balboa Press site, the website, you can find it because Balboa Press is the editor. But in Amazon it's really simpler. You can have it for Kindle or the physical book.
Thank you so much, Fabiana, and it's such a pleasure having you here.
Oh, it was my pleasure, totally.
Yes. I read the book, and I think you all should read this book because it's so wonderful, and you can have so many life lessons out of it. So try to read it.
Thank you, Marc.
You're welcome.